Hey everybody, it's Josh Duke from cleveland.com. I am on Lakeside Avenue and East Ninth Street, right in front of the free stamp, the giant free stamp that everyone knows. There is a colossal, hundreds of people are here for the No Kings anti-Trump protests that are part of the nationwide movement, where all day there are protests, hundreds of them happening across the country, and a lot of them across Northeast Ohio as well. Um, Earlier today, one kicked off in Public Square at about noon, and they had a march through the city, all the way down here to the stamp sign, or the giant stamp, but then the free stamp, and then they marched all the way back to Public Square, and a lot of people are now trickling back in here for a demonstration here. So we're gonna sort of walk through it. I have a couple of colleagues with me just for safety purposes. So I'm gonna do my best to navigate a couple of things here. Let me turn this camera around. If I can do that, give me some grace. A second. and I was muted. So I apologize about that, but I was just explaining that there's dozens, um, there's hundreds of people here, dozens of signs, all kinds of creative statements on them. The general sentiment being very anti-Trump. A lot of sentiments about fascism and being anti-fascist and not standing for it. Um, let's see if we can talk to someone with a creative sign. Okay, we'll see. We'll talk to this No King sign since oh, looks like it's a. She's looking for signatures. It looks like on a document. Let me see if I can get somebody. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you talk to me about what you're doing here and your sign as well?
Oh well, my
Sorry,
sign is.
I should say I'm live with cleveland.com on
Oh,
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
oh.
Just so you know. Okay.
So no, I'm
Here,
just
you
here
can hold that.
to protest against all the things that man stands for.
Okay. Sorry, I should have also started. Can you just introduce yourself, your name,
Sure,
and where you're
sure.
from?
Hi, my name is Eric. I'm from University Heights.
Okay. Now, yeah, talk to me what you're doing here.
And that's pretty much my wife made this sign, drew it herself. Pretty much sums up everything I think. This particular rally that we don't want an elected king. We didn't go for a king, and he's basically a chicken anyways.
In what ways do you think Donald Trump behaves like a king?
In what ways do I believe Donald Trump behaves like a king?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump attempts to usurp all the authority that Congress holds, all the authority that our Senate holds. He tries to dominate his own will on people, on what he wants and what he believes, and what he believes is truly only based in money and not human rights, not morality, not anything that I think that this country stands for.
Well, I appreciate you, and obviously, a lot of this protest is happening on the U.S. military's birthday. Donald Trump's birthday happens to be as well. Flag Day. A lot of people who don't really understand what you guys are doing out here maybe have the opinion that you might be anti, U.S. military troops. What do you have to say?
It's not anti-military troops at all. Mm-hmm. It is, if you look through history, the only countries who've ever had to a parade for their military to show their industrial might like that are fascist dictatorial countries. Our country is not found on that. Our strength is in our people. Our strength is in just knowing we have always been on the side of right, mm-hmm. and we don't need to showcase that. We showcase it in so many other ways.
Gotcha.
And we support our troops. We support our military 100%. There's no doubt about that.
All right. Well, I appreciate you for talking to me.
Sure.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. So yeah, these protests, these No Kings protests, come on, I believe, the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, and so in Washington D.C. you have a giant celebration that Donald Trump is hosting. I believe it's a $45 million event with military tanks, the whole nine. And so a big part of this is directly in response to that, which a lot of people have said here is also indicative of fascism in some way because of the use of the military to, I guess, showcase strength. Let's see if we can talk to someone else. Excuse me. Let me know if you guys can't hear me or if the audio's okay. And as we are here on the edge of East 9th and Lakeside Avenue, you can hear a lot of a lot of cars that are driving by beeping, seemingly, seemingly in support of the demonstrations here, but hello, sir. Hi, I'm live with cleveland.com. Would you be willing to talk to me on camera about what you're doing here and what this protest means to you?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna just hold this for you. Okay, is that all right? All right. So can you just introduce yourself, your name, and where you're from?
I live in Euclid. My name's Paul,
All right.
and I'm here to protest what's going on in this country that's instigated by Donald Trump. He is anti-democratic, and I consider his administration to be proto-fascist. How's
Okay.
that? Good enough?
Talk to me about your sign.
Well, the sign, no Führers, relates to his behavior. And if you look up online, any EDU, and you look for the 14 characteristics of fascism, he ticks off most of those boxes. So I encourage people to look that up. 14 characteristics of fascism.
Okay. So the protest here happening at the same time as the U.S. military's birthday, right? So a lot of people might wonder why you're protesting, you know, because this is associated with the military parade going in Washington D.C. to celebrate that, and some people also think that Donald Trump is just doing it because it's also his birthday. Talk to me about your opinions on that aspect of things.
Well, I think Donald Trump has appropriated the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. And I just read a quote by President Eisenhower, who basically said that being such a great country and military power, we don't need to do that type of parade. It just shows weakness. It's what Putin does. It's what Kim Jong-un does. It's what dictators do.
Well, I thank you for talking to me. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Here. This sign says the village idiot thinks he can be king. Lots of creative signs. This one says the only throne. I can't read all of these because of the explicitives, but hopefully you can see them clearly. And a thing to note, in some of these protests, there's been concerns about the flying of Mexican flags instead of U.S. flags, but here throughout so far, there's been a good mix and a very healthy presence of U.S. flags. A lot of them are turned upside down, like this. I'm sure in a symbolic meaning to the state the country is in right now. Let's see here. If I can talk to another. But as you can see, things are pretty peaceful, right? There's not really been an aggressive or dangerous feeling here at all. Everyone's generally pretty comfortable, a little bit relaxed right now. Earlier, there was plenty of chants as people marched from Public Square to this area and back. There were several speakers, also rallying people. Let's see here. Um, Now, the demonstration here at the Free Camp here on Lakeside Avenue is set to last up until 4 o'clock. Once again, earlier, protests started in Public Square at 12 noon. There's been protests throughout Northeast Ohio, dozens of them. So, let's see here. I'm going to try to get one more person if that's okay. Hi. Yeah. Talk to me. First of all, can you? I'm live at cleveland.com. Okay. On Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Can you talk to me about, first of all, introduce yourself, where you're from, and what your name is?
Oh, I'm Allison. I'm from Lorraine.
All right, Allison, talk to me about your sign. It says, "I'm not getting paid. I just don't like DJT, Donald Trump."
Yeah,
Right.
I know there's a lot of people that claim that all these protesters here get paid to show up and protest Donald Trump, but I'm not getting paid, and nobody I know is getting paid. So we're just here to show our dis-support of Donald Trump.
Okay, why do you not support Donald Trump? You're dis-support.
Well, I don't like the cuts that are getting made to social services. I don't like the attacks on immigrants. I don't like the attacks on trans people. I feel like marginalized people are under attack, and what makes our country great is that we're full of diverse, unique people. And when you attack that, you're attacking the core of what makes our country great.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about, 'cause part of this No Kings, these No King protests nationwide has been directly in response to the planned military parade in Washington, D.C. today. What do you have any specific strong feelings about that in particular?
I feel like it's extremely wasteful. They're talking about trying to save money in our budget, and instead they're throwing this extravagant military parade, and I feel like that's money, they're looking to make all these cuts. Why not cut something like that that's frivolous and wasteful?
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you. Stay safe.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Too.
Bye. So yeah, that's pretty much the general sentiment here, right? Um, Pretty peaceful, and right now, kind of just in general, it's pretty chill. There's hundreds of people here. If you're looking around, you can kind of see people are still kind of trickling in as the rally continues on. I'm not going to get too deep in there because it is very condensed as we get closer to where the speakers are. But an important thing to note is right next door at Mall C, you have a Juneteenth festival, the Cleveland, downtown Cleveland Juneteenth Freedom Festival is happening right there pretty much all day till 8. So you can conceive of a way maybe a lot of people here are going to end up trickling into that festival after this is concluded. Don't know, we'll see, but I can anticipate that happening. For now, I'm going to go ahead and get off of this live. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.